Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about society and perception and how judging a book by its cover is effective for self-defense, but not for decision making when it comes to determining a person's value. See, now if you're out in public, you're walking down the street by yourself, then a situation presents itself with the individual, you feel a little uneasy, you have a right to judge a book by its cover at that point, and then make the appropriate decision for your best interest. But when it comes down to judging an individual's value, you really don't know until you talk to that person, until you find out what that person is about. You know, that's those are your only options, really, because you don't know the person. You know, there are some very intelligent, very smart prostitutes that made bad choices, just made bad decisions. That's it. She just made a bad decision. I mean, to survive in the streets, dealing with a pimp, dealing with drugs, dealing with Johns, to survive in the streets, guys, it's not easy. Trust me, you would rather be in an office than on the streets. So those women out there are very street smart. Some of them are very intelligent. They just made bad choices. They're just in a situation, in a predicament that it's hard to get out of. You know, you just think about it, guys. Who would want to do that over doing something safer? Drugs, abuse. A lot of the women out there in the streets, the prostitutes, they don't know who they are. They've never had an opportunity, they've never had a chance to sit down and resurrect their mind, because they have been dead for years, psychologically destroyed, mind-altering drugs, sexual, mental abuse. Guys, that's what it looks like when a human being living in a free country decides to sell their body. That's what psychological manipulation, psychological abuse, and mind control, that's exactly what it looks like. It just comes from making bad decisions, having bad options. Because guys, what do you do when you have 3 decisions and all of them are bad? All of them are bad. None of them are good for you. But you have to decide. You're in the streets, you're by yourself, you're lonely, you're hungry, you need a place to live. What do? You have to decide. Work for the pimp or die. The pimp is part of the matrix. You have to decide. You know what you're about to get yourself into. You've already used drugs. You already got kicked out of the house. You're homeless. You don't have anywhere to go. You need to eat. What do? Anyway, guys, that was just a small example of judging people. You don't really know their situation, their circumstances, their struggles. So even in this image right here, we're looking at a guy, a businessman, and a construction worker. Now, society will look down on the construction worker and look up to the businessman without any facts, without any details, without any information. They're going to automatically think that the businessman is better than the construction worker. Automatically. Because we are programmed to think like that. We're programmed to decide who's better. Like, there's no way these people can be equal, because someone got to be better than the other person. You know why? Because that's how you feel about yourself. That someone is better than you and that you're better than someone else. That's how you feel about yourself. See, we're always trying to judge our personal condition. We're always trying to judge ourselves based on society. We're always trying to judge other people based on who society says more important than the other person. See, that's what happened when the choices that you make are not yours. That's what happened when somebody give you 3, 4, 5 choices and you think those are yours. They're not. Those are the choices that the matrix, the system, society put in front of you and told you to choose. What if you don't want to choose any of those 4 choices? See, that's what I'm saying, guys. You think you're thinking on your own, but you're not. Somebody's telling you, a program, the matrix, the algorithm is telling you that the construction worker is worth less than the business man. Somebody's telling you that. And they're forcing you to decide. The lady's going to pick the businessman. The businessman is going to get treated better. He's going to have more options, rather than the construction worker. Somebody say, "What do you do for a living?" "Oh, I'm a construction worker." They're going to look down on you. And the other person, what do you do for a living? "Oh, I own a construction company." They're going to look up to you. But they don't realize that the construction worker is the owner of the construction company. Just 2 different mindsets. When he go into the bank, he's in a business mindset. He put his business suit on. When he go into the cafeteria to eat, or when he's walking down the street, he's in his dirty construction clothes. People look down on him. They treat him differently. See, and that's how people are. That's how society is. See? And you don't have any details, no information, but society program you to judge people by how they look. Not by what they're doing to you, what they're going to do to you, just only by how they look. This can go with gender or race. You're programmed. You see a Muslim, you think whatever the program has told you to think the last 10 years, since 9/11, whatever the program told you to think since 9/11, that's how you're going to think about a Muslim. Not realizing that was a false flag attack created by the United States. I know that sounds crazy. I know it does. Just like most things sound crazy until they're not. Just look up Operation Northwood and see how crazy that sounds. Oh, but it never happened. Yeah, it never happened. That will never happen, but 9/11 did. If 9/11 would never happen, it would have been called Operation 9/11. It never took place. See? So do not judge people based on your insecurity, based on your perceptions, based on society and the program that's telling you to like or dislike a person by how they look, their skin color, or how they're dressed. Treat everybody the same. Because you don't know who's who. In reality, that well-dressed businessman could be homeless. He could have just came from a homeless shelter. You don't know. And that construction worker could be a millionaire. You don't know. You just don't have enough information to make definitive decisions that may affect somebody's life. You underestimate the scanning guy. He could be a martial artist. You just don't know. So your best bet is just to leave people alone. Don't underestimate, don't overestimate a person's intelligence. Because they can make you look really silly, really foolish, and then you're going to get all in your feelings, get your ego hurt, and then you want to fight. Because you're going to automatically go to your lower self. Because it was your lower self that caused you to underestimate this person's intelligence or this person's strength. So that's what causes people to act out and get belligerent and nasty. Even when they're wrong, they can be 100% wrong. They're still trying to defend their position because they're so embarrassed that their ego was crushed. And people will go all the way to the end of the earth in their wrongness, in their stupidity, instead of just saying, okay, I was wrong, let me back down. Let me stand down. I was wrong, let me stand down. If you're wrong, you're wrong. See, guys? So don't put yourself in the corner. So we got the construction worker and the businessman. He's intelligent enough to go from one position in life to another position in life and not be intimidated by society. I don't understand people. How can you second guess or put down somebody who can build your house for you? Who have the resources and the knowledge to build houses, buildings, bridges. It's crazy. Why you would think that a businessman is more valuable than the construction worker in general. That's just crazy to me. This guy can go out into the woods and build a house out of wood and trees and whatever else from his own mind. Sure, the businessman can crunch numbers. He can read the P&L statement. Sure. Sure, you got your accountants. Sure, all those guys are great. But you need the workforce to put it together. Your foreman, your crew, your supervisors, they're going to do the work for you. Why would you pay them less? It's crazy. Why would you think of them less? Your foreman, your supervisor, that is the blood of the operation. So guys, anyway, this video is about knowing who you are, knowing your value, knowing your worth, and not caring about what society has to say about you. And for those overly judgmental people who think that they're obligated to categorize people and judge people that's not bothering them, you're ignorant. You need to come out of that mindset. That's the program that's running. That's the matrix that's controlling your mind and telling you that you have to choose. You got to make a decision between these two people. Which one are you going to treat better? Which one are you going to treat worse? Based on their skin color. Not based on their actions. Not based on their character. Based on how they look, how they dress. See? So again, guys, resurrect your mindset. Resurrect your consciousness. And realize and understand that you are programmed to hate. You are programmed to prejudge. Not for self-defense, just for hatred's sake. Just for stupidity. So come out of that mindset, guys. Be a better person. Operate in your higher self, not your lower self. Come out of the nether. Come out of the nether and operate in the light, in your higher self. Get out the gutter. You think you're high class, but you act like a prostitute in the way you think. You say you're high class, but you act like a John. You acting desperate out here in these streets. Elevate your mindset, guys. Until next time, guys, keep your house clean, keep your life clean, keep your car clean, keep your water clean, keep your diet clean, guys. Drink plenty of spring water to flush out the toxin, the chemical, and the poison that's in the food supply. Guys, you've already been poisoned. You've been micro-poisoned every day. And since you're operating in your lower self and you're unconscious about the decision that you're making, you're also poisoning your children and your pets. Okay, guys? Don't forget to download and deploy your anti-malware software, debug and unplug from the matrix. This is Contraband 777. I'm signing off. Now go and conquer yourself. Peace.